welcome back, our dear viewers. In today's edition, we are going to talk about the role of the social solidarity and the community during the time of crises. And to shed more light on the issue, we are very much delighted to be joined over the phone by Dr. Heba Hamza, our Professor of Human Development. Good morning, Dr. Heba.
Hello, hi, Dee. Good morning.
Good morning. Dr. Heba, crisis management is one actually of the most important disciplines that must be developed in the society. To what extent is this specialization implemented in Egypt's different communities from your point of view?
Well, actually, regarding crisis management, let's first of all brief it out. What is a crisis? To know well how far we shall explain it and talk about other stages in crisis management. Well, crisis simply we say that it's a dangerous situation that affects people, affects person, affects society as well. Most probably there is a difference between a problem and a crisis, of course, my dear, because crisis is more dangerous. But while we talk about problem is only one problem. I mean that the difference between a problem and a crisis is that usually the problem, when you have the process of root cause analysis, you will find that it comes due one problem, one issue, one trouble. But for the crisis, it comes due several problems. It's more complicated, I mean, that more than a problem.
Yeah.
So here, when we talk about crisis, we shall understand that it's consisting of several problems.
Yeah.
And to know more about such problems, we have to go into depth and to have like root cause analysis to know and to list out these problems, okay?
Indeed.
Yeah, sure. Then, when we have these problems on table and clear for us, we have to start the problem of listing them according to priorities. Knowing the most important, the urgent ones, and then the least ones. Starting the problem, I mean the process of solving these problems and putting them clear to get out of these problems, and then finally to have a solution totally for this crisis.
Indeed.
Going back to your question, my dear.
Yes.
Dr.
Heba, to what extent has the issue of crisis management achieved success within the Ministry of Solidarity Support in Egypt?
Well, honestly speaking, we have a very fruitful improvement and very clear improvement during the last years on all aspects, as you know, in education, in health and in human, health improvement and medication. Also the handling of the financial troubles, because this is another type of financial crisis we usually face in the whole world, not only in Egypt. So we have very solid steps we all felt it during the last years, in which the government, of course, they are putting down the listings that we mentioned a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
They are listing down these problems to know where is the effect coming and from where does the cause or the main cause of these troubles are coming, and starting to solving them out. This is very clear on the projects, on the affecting of the action plans that they put in each sector.
Yes, indeed. How are the accidents dealt with from the societal level here in Egypt, and to what extent, from your point of view?
Sorry, my dear, I think something with the network. Maybe if you repeat the question, my dear.
Yes. How do you evaluate here the level of awareness concerning the issue of social solidarity during the time of crises here in Egypt, and what more should be done from your point of view, Dr. Heba?
Well, honestly speaking, regarding the time that we use in dealing with the crisis, I think we have to work more on that part, because maybe the delay in some issues or some problems affected the situation in a more dangerous way.
Yes.
So the delay of time leads to more dangerous situation and more complicated crisis. So I believe we are still in need for more efforts. We have to put more efforts here on that area, on having fast actions and fast decisions And we need to train people more on how to make and take decisions at time, or I mean on proper time.
How that could be done, Dr. Heba, from your point of view regarding, as you have kindly mentioned, increasing the people's awareness concerning how to deal during the time of crises in order to act in the right direction or move in the right direction, not to complicate things further?
Yeah, well, the efforts we have to put, or the action plans we have to arrange, is that simply on all levels. For example, from school, from university, at home, each stakeholder here is having a very vital role and a very important role to play. We have to have full awareness programs for our children since childhood, because here you have to build this in the personality of the kids. How to make and take decisions at proper time, even if it's related to his homework and he's studying and the lessons he's preparing for the school. At university, the same. They have to be trained well how to make and take decisions on their level. As for the organizations and the managerial level, they have to have a clear training plan on the youth, on the fresh grads when they join organizations. And this also applies on all levels of the governorates, I mean, the ministers and ministers. So all of these levels are having a very important role and, I mean, a big role on dealing with the people they are subordinates or they are reporting to them. So it comes like cascading from high to down, from top to down. You got my point?
Yes, indeed. Dr. Heba Hamza, Professor of Human Development, many thanks for being with us and for your precious input, Dr. Heba. Our dear viewers, with that, we come to the end of this edition of The Breakfast Show. You were in the company of my dear colleague, Amal Mukhtar, and myself, Maïsi Rabia. We are signing off, and for tomorrow with another crew. And for now, it's goodbye and have a very lovely day.